people I grew up with are still hanging with the folks that set me up.
Let me tell you this. You're doing something right now or then that is not of God, and God doesn't agree with it, but you do it anyway.
Arthur's story is riveting, it's powerful, and his message is love.
It was dark on this half side of my car. I didn't know what I was looking at.
The people I grew up with are still hanging with the folks that set me up. I watched the person I grew up with and then the person who robbed me be on the same track together. Folks wanted me dead in my city. They was watching me for so long as I was building that I didn't even notice that I was being watched. I kind of went to social media. You know, that's just where everybody go to just get answers. And I looked on Twitter and I seen my mugshot. And I seen the Twitter mugshot, like Raleigh mugshot, WRL news type people posted my stuff and my link and my situation and my story and my address, everything. And I watched the names under the likes. You can see the people who reposted it and liked it and shared it in the comments. Oh my God, you talking about embarrassing? You talking about embarrassing? And then it's crazy because they're not talking about something that you didn't do. They're talking about something that you did do. So I already knew then, like, oh man, like, I ain't want to show my face. I wanted to get ghosted and never be seen again. But then it was just like, I'm publicly and privately exposed. No one in my private life is talking to me. Everyone on public who don't know me is talking about me. And the only way I was able to hear about what happened or who all like kind of was involved or how like people saw me was through like music. I had to listen to someone who wrote a diss track about me.
They tried to kill me 2015. They tried to shoot me like 50 off power.
Whole 3-minute song written about me, dissing me. And I was like, wow. And what they said about me was almost true. They were saying things like I was homeless. They were saying things like I ain't had no place to stay. They were saying like I ain't had nothing. I lost everything, which is true.
According to the rumors, I was homeless in the street. Lies. They said I went broke and I ain't had nothing to eat. Lies. They said I would never make it back from this defeat. Lies.
I lost my car. They did repossess some stuff. I had a criminal record. I couldn't work for nobody. I'm sitting here literally in a dang on dorm with almost nothing. And I'm just saying, like, as I was listening to this person's song, I was thinking, how they get this information, though?
Look, we used to be cool or whatever. We went to school or whatever. Yeah. They set me up in my car. I ain't had no one to call. I had my mom on my mind. The devil, he wanted me dead. But God sent them angels on time.
I watched the person I grew up with and then the person who robbed me be on the same track together. And this is the side from the diss track I heard on me. And I'm thinking the whole time, I'm trying to chase purpose. I'm trying to chase God. I'm trying to build up souls. I'm trying to help people live their life. I'm trying to help people change their soul from running the streets and stealing out here and being out here to following God's voice and hanging and getting their soul saved. And I'm trying to get, teach people this real encounter. And the whole time I'm doing this, people dropping diss tracks about me. People talk about me on Twitter and Instagram and all on social media. I'm on news outlets and people sharing links. And so I go around the city and I'm trying to tell folks like, look, I don't know what actually happened to me, but I know I changed in that moment. See, because I heard that track, I knew that people was talking about me. And I said, well, shoot, if I'm going to be a topic, why don't I give them something to talk about?
Look, I know y'all been waiting, I know y'all been watching, I know y'all been hating, I know y'all impatient. Like, what is he thinking? A rapper, a singer, a author, a speaker, or is he a filmer?
And so I wrote a track called What If I Got Shot? And that stirred the internet crazy.
What if you got shot and didn't even know? What if I got shot and wasn't thinking about my goal? If mama lose her baby, she gon' lose it in her soul.
Because I said on the YouTube video, it says October 20th is when I dropped it of 2016, but I got robbed November 23rd of last year. So not even a year later, 11 months later, I dropped a video called What If I Got Shot? And I told the whole situation on my video. I talked about going through these moments of just about to get ready to die, how I thought about my mama, thought about my sister having her first baby and everything.
Moments going through my head, I'm thinking about my mother, I'm thinking about my brother, my sister, my family, people I haven't spoken to in the last 24 hours, so I was just, all that just started rushing through my mind, and I wasn't scared until I looked over. I looked into his eyes and we kind of looked at each other, and it was the look I saw. And after I saw that look in his face, my heart dropped, my stomach dropped.
It's like, my brother, when last time you seen him? When last time you talked to him?
Shout out to Xavier, I miss my whole family. All this hate around me, I'll defeat my enemies.
You feel me? Like, you ain't really seen your family, but you've been running these streets, and you've been getting money, and you've been doing you, but now you out here you pretty much about to die at 5:33 in the morning. Right? And so what made me get so passionate is why don't I let them know through my music? And what people don't understand is I had to start a tone about my name. I had to write books so that people, if you're going to Google my mugshot and hear about my story, why don't you Google my mugshot in my book on Amazon? That same mugshot is on Amazon best-selling book on Amazon that you can go Google right now. And you can see the same mugshot, but it's on the Amazon best-selling book called Chase Purpose, not Profit. Not Profit. You don't need to chase money. Just need to chase purpose. And I was open up. I was hitting stages. I was getting booked. I was on interviews. I was tearing them up. And my enemies couldn't stand it. You can tell that the silence that I talked about earlier was still going on years later in my city. I still pulling up, seeing people who was trying to build their own brand at the time, not go far. I was supporting. I had a show, Why Are You Here? Teaching people, man, look, why are you even here? Why did God create you? Why are you even living? Why are you chasing purpose? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want God to bless you? What are you going to do with the blessings? Who are you going to be? Who are the inspiration are you going to leave if you were to die? And see, people didn't understand how to walk and talk that language. They were still tripping about, you know, how to become this and that. Man, y'all was missing the point. I was building on them so much, writing books, doing shows, hitting stages. I was meeting NBA stars, players. People listening to like Eric Thomas as a motivational and Les Brown as motivation and things like that. Eric Thomas' mother was on a plane and she endorsed my book when she heard Chase Purpose, Not Profit. You feel me? Like, I was so excited. Even E.T. sent me a voice message where we was talking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. There's been so many blessings that I've just been running into that I can still, to this day, I can't still be myself around my own hood. Own normal family members, own people who know me or grew up with me or just know of my brand or know me. I still can't 100% be this who I am because a lot of people don't like the over talkative telling me how to live and live off a purpose and God this and God that. You seem like you're holier than thou, Arthur Brown, and you don't do no sin while you point the finger. And it's just like, bro, you didn't read my book. You didn't read the news. You didn't Google my name. You didn't see all the hell I was going through. You didn't see them almost trying to kill me in my car. You kidding me? You think I'm trying to blab to you about purpose and Jesus Christ? I never even met him until he saved me. I was ratchet probably more than you, running the streets more than you. I was doing more sin than probably you. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you to activate something. There's something inside you that's bigger than you that you got to get out your pride and out your way. And so folks could not let me for the life of me speak. I would try to tell them in little corners or off to the side or privately how to, you know, how you got to change certain things and ways about you. People was like crucifying me. You stole $14,000. You were the one out here robbing folks. You were the one out here this, that, and third on the news. You were the one out here. So it was like everybody was pointing fingers back at me when I was trying to point fingers back at them, telling them it was God who set me up and got me set up. And they was like, okay, God set you up. Family, like, I ain't gonna lie. My family, my mama loved me, right? But I think she didn't even realize what God was doing. I came the first, like, it was like 3-4 days after I had finally got saved. I went to a church. It was like 2-3 months after I had, like, got robbed. I literally went to a church. I got baptized and saved. And I literally was like, okay, I'm going to give my life to Christ. And I remember calling my mom so excited, like, oh, my God. Now, you got to remember, just respectfully, right? My mama just had to go bail her baby out. My mama just had to lose her stress, probably just thinking about going to bed and what's next. Is my baby going to be dead, or is he going to be back in jail? Is he going to be doing something stupid? And so you can tell nerves was going. This whole time nerves was going through not just my mom, but family and friends and everybody online about Arthur Brown. I was chilling with God. Like so much so that after I got baptized and saved, I was like, mama, you know, I did it on my own. I didn't ask family to come or friends to come or my girl or nobody. I just did it on my own, you know, just because I wanted to have an encounter with God. He saved me. I was just being grateful. I called my mom like, hey, I'm saved. I got a new garment. I'm just washed. I'm renewed. And my mom was like, well, you're renewed, son, and I'm grateful for you. But you're not, you know, saved completely where you're washed wholly. Like, you're going to have to go through a whole walk where you're going to go through the wilderness season and you're going to have to walk with God and you're going to have to understand. And I was telling her, yes, I know I'm going to have to go through those things, but this is why he set the platform and foundation. And then you could feel, it was like, yeah, I know. you know, but it was like the energy was just like, yeah, well, just, you know, be careful and, you know, watch your back and, you know, be careful on just, you know, I don't know, the things she was nervous was about. Like one time we was at a restaurant and I was so excited. I was dropping music and I wanted to show her like, you know, about Jesus Christ and what he was doing. And she was like, I don't want to, you know, hear your music. I don't want to hear your speaking engagements. I don't want to see another book cover. I don't want to, no offense to the son that's blowing up. I just want the original son whom I raised, whom I know, whom I love, right? And she wasn't trying to disrespect me or embarrass me or make me feel low or less than. It's just after what happened to me, you just took off. You just took off. You never became normal again. You never returned back to who we all remembered you to be. You didn't become the cousin, the family member, the brother, the son, the nephew, You became everything about God and nothing familiar that we can remember. And so even when she tried to take me out to a little Bob Evans dinner date or a little breakfast date, I try to still blab. I'm still blabbing. That's the problem. When you're in purpose-driven mode, you're going to be blabbing, and talking and God this and God that and God this and God that and shut up. Because just a couple months ago or last year, you was just robbing folks. You was just in clubs. You was drinking. You was cheating. You was smoking. You was running around here doing all this craziness just like us. And now all of a sudden you're holier than thou. All of a sudden you now are running with the Lord. And all of a sudden you got this little brand, Chase Purpose, with a little cross on it. And telling everybody walk in faith. When you was just walking in fear last year. Stealing money. Now you all of a sudden. So I get it. So it wasn't like my mama was being rude when she was just saying like, hey, I want my old son back. But today, let's just not, you know, let's just have a regular old eat some pancakes. Let's talk about life and where you at and how I didn't have to bury you, you know? And so I had to learn how to discern when to be myself and when to be familiar. And so as I was building my lifestyle and living with friends and family members and going to people from, like, eventually I started getting around folks from my past, but they was hecka quiet, hecka tight. But I kept it all on, like, yo, y'all see my new book? Yo, y'all see my new music? Yo, y'all see my new sermon? Yo, y'all see my new online university? Yo, y'all see my new service? Y'all see my film production? Like, I was on that because that's what was impressive to them. They couldn't get past, yeah, I remember what happened to you. That's why I'm silent and distance from you. But as you walking up on me, telling me about your lifestyle, and I'm going to social media looking at it, and I'm Googling you, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm looking at your net worth and your money grow. I'm like, man, I thought he was the same dude from back when that was. So now folks are scratching their heads like, well, I don't know now how to treat him, how to come at him, how to say anything to him, because he could be capping or he could be talking about some real life stuff he really doing. So I confused a lot of people because God wanted me to keep the mask on. You can take it off later and say, psych, later, but not right now. Too many people are looking at your situation. Too many people saw you fall and fail, drop out of college, lose your car, get repossession. I mean, literally, people saw you go down so bad that by the time you talk about some Jesus is going to provide, folks was like, please, maybe for other folks, but not about, I don't know about that. They didn't think that God was literally going to independently have me this far up, this high up, with everybody watching me like Netflix. And I was going to release this what's in me.